Okay, so what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode. In this one, we are looking at Tesla stock again. So the whole idea of tonight's episode is we are giving my predictions, long and short term, and then going on to say what I think you should do. So basically, of course, I am not a financial advisor, so this is not financial advice, it's just my opinion. And of course, being as it is my opinion, things may be wrong, and you also may disagree with some things. So please do just take this for entertainment purposes and education purposes. But with that being said, let's jump straight into the video. Before we fully do that, I wouldn't mind if you guys did subscribe. Please do subscribe. It would be massively appreciated, and we do love to see the subscriber count go up. Of course, if you do want to come and join us on that Discord server that you guys know about, please do. The link is down in the description. Right, let's just jump straight into this one. We're just going to have a quick look at the stock's price over the past 1 week and then zoom out from there, and then of course move on to the prediction side. So first thing to note is, of course, we are technically still positive for the Friday, apparently, according to Google. We'll see if that information is correct. So yeah, we're up about 1.2%, I do believe, so not bad at all. Obviously, we know how Tesla moves. It is generally quite volatile. So towards the end of the day, we saw a big sell-off, and then actually after that sell-off, we saw a huge increase back up, and this put us ever so slightly in the green for the day. So of course, it's very lucky that we did see that recovery, putting us back in the green, but it is nice to see nonetheless. Obviously, looking at this from the 5-day chart, according to Google, once again, we can see that we are seeing quite a decent amount of growth on this stock's price over the past week. We started off the week on, well, 618. We finished off on almost $700. Now, like I said, if we do get a price percentage on that, we're up about 12% in 1 week. Honestly, not bad at all. It's very nice to see this growth again with Tesla. And if we look out to 1 month, we are up hugely again. Let's get a percentage on that. It's 40%. So of course, 40% in a month is not bad at all. Looking at what we can tell from that month, it was quite volatile with a lot of dips and peaks here and there. So of course, it is one of those ones with Tesla where it is going to be a volatile stock no matter where you enter or when you enter. I just think that is the nature of this company, as it is generally speaking quite a hyped stock. So I do think it is also fair to say that a lot of the hype, I mean not a lot of it, but some of the hype is technically out of the stock now, as once that stock split did happen, a lot of people did jump out. And of course, you can see that when we look out to September of 2020, when a lot of people did basically jump out of the stock. And you know what, I don't blame them. They probably took a nice profit. However, that did leave room for new investors to get in. Another thing is, a cheaper price point helped new investors get in, but honestly, looking at how fast the stock has rocketed up to the current price of almost $700, I think it just goes to show some strength in this company. So looking at this one for the long term, obviously you guys know that I am big on Tesla. And the main reason for that is because I personally do believe in electric vehicles. I mean, when you do look at the facts, we can see electric vehicles are the future, and Tesla is a very established electric vehicle manufacturer. Now, yes, the company is only about 20 or maybe even less years old, but when we're looking at what the company is doing, not any other electric vehicle is selling as well as a Tesla Model 3. And you know what? The Model 3 is not the cheapest option out there. There are cheaper versions of electric cars than the Tesla Model 3, but you know what? Tesla cars are desirable. People do like their vehicles, and of course, a future event which could change the path of everything is a potential of a $25,000 Tesla car. Now, of course, it's just speculation at the minute, but I do believe, in fact, I strongly believe this will come out, or at least a car at a cheaper price point. I think Elon Musk is very, ambitious with what he does, but I do think it does usually work out for him, and I think it's very cool to see somebody like that. But I do think the subsequent effect is that the company will offer a cheaper car in the future. Now, of course, a cheaper car, in my opinion, would have a huge impact on the company's share price, as sale figures would go up exponentially, basically. And I think for that reason, for the long term, Tesla have got so many things going. They've got insurance and different types of the business. They've got different models of cars potentially coming out in the future. They've got loads of different reasons why the company could go on to extreme success in the future. And honestly, I am with a lot of the people who do say that. I can see it being a very highly valued company into the next few years. But obviously, looking at the more short term, what do I see with this one for a short term trade? Now, of course, it is hard to say, but I think that the general direction for this company is up. Now, I would not be surprised at all if we did see a sell-off similar to what we did see around this August period on this stock, because simply for the reason Tesla is volatile. People take a big trade on it, they take a big swing trade, they get out once they've got a nice profit, and that is often the case. Obviously, with the stock prices, and I hate to say the word, But with the stock prices kind of inflated, if you will, it's often a case of, a little piece of bad news. And I'm not saying it's always bad news, but a little piece of negative news can kind of, have an impact on the share's price greatly. And of course, once again in September, or at least around that point, the bad news again was the fact that the Tesla stock did not get entered into the S&P 500. It is in there now, and I think that's going to have another impact on the huge growth in the future, because when people do buy the S&P, they are buying a small portion of Tesla. But yeah, moving back to that earlier period in the year, I think the main reason why that sold off so much is because there were so many hyped investors in this company, and of course a tiny bit of bad news and whoa, they all jump out. And of course we have talked about this many times on the channel, but I do think that is going to play a huge impact. So of course, short term, I think it's definitely one of the more risky stocks. It's high risk, high reward potentially, but for the long term, if you hold it for the next 2, 3, 4, 7, 10, 15 years, I definitely personally believe this one is a good buy. But I am not a financial advisor, but I do hope you enjoyed the video. So if you did, of course, do smash that like button and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye until the episode. See you then.